ಒಂದು ಬುಕ್ ನಿಂದು
Good evening, everybody. We'll be starting the session in another 5 minutes. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Disciples India Learning Forum. Hi, I am Megha MN, Program Coordinator of Disciples Corporate School. I will be your host for this session. Now, let us experience the joy of learning. Remember, a new learning is always difficult initially, but becomes a habit eventually. Kindly mute yourselves. Request to ask the question at the end of the session. The agenda of today's session is welcome and introduction, journey so far of Disciples India Group and Disciples India Learning Forum, guest speaker introduction, and about the session. Now, what is Disciples India Group? The vision of Disciples India Group is to excel as a focused and fulfilling learning destination for new age growth aspirations. And the mission of this Disciple India group is we will be a practice-based professional learning and consulting platform through novel and relevant process of transformation to individuals and organizations. The core values of Disciples India group is honesty, hard work, healthy, honor, and happiness. Now, what is Disciples India Learning Forum? The Disciples India Group, Bangalore, is happy to present a platform purely for joy of learning. It is envisaged to be an exciting learning platform where like-minded individuals and organizations will come together, share their experiences, and learn and grow as individuals, as a professionals, and as a organizations. The Disciples India Learning Forum objectives are to provide a platform to share and exchange ideas and experiences, to create and develop personal and professional networks of learners, to enhance effective communication and leadership skills, to foster learning and contribute for personal, professional, and organizational development, to update with life management skills and contribute as an effective member to the society. The Disciples India Learning Forum organizing committees are Dr. A.M. Suresh, Advisor, Dr. Sandhya N., President, Mr. Muthukumar, Vice President, Mr. Patros Matai, Secretary, Dr. Satish M., Joint Secretary, Mr. Shiv Prasad K.M., Treasurer, Mr. Akhilesh N., Executive Member. Disciples India Learning Forum has successfully completed 96 learning sessions from past 4 years till date. Today's session associate partner is Sindhi Institute of Management, Hebbal, Bengaluru. Now I request Dr. Padma Bhaskar, Associate Professor of Sindhi Institute of Management, to introduce the guest lecturer of the day. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Megha. Good evening to all. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker today on this 97th learning platform, who is going to talk to us on the topic of RBI and digital currency. Before introducing our guest speaker, I am proud to let you all know about Sindhi Institute of Management. The institute started in the year 2014 under the aegis of Sindhi Seva Samiti, a leading social organization. It's a leading provider of globally recognized industry-relevant Masters of Business Administration program. It works closely with corporate partners to ensure that its programs are specifically tailored to reflect global market trends and to offer complete flexibility for the students as they work towards success in a way that is suited to their career ambitions and compatible with their personal commitments. It offers an MBA program which is approved by UGC, AICTE, and affiliated to Bengaluru Central University. The program is headed by a dynamic leader, Professor CMA D. Gopinath, a renowned academician with rich experience. The institute has a strong focus on innovation and offers a unique curriculum that helps students develop their entrepreneurial skills. Here is the brief profile of speaker CMA Dr. A.S. Gurudutt. He is currently working as IQAC Coordinator, Research Head, Sindhi Institute of Management. He is the past Chairman, Coaching and Chairman, Research Unit, and present MC member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, Bengaluru chapter. He is a peer reviewer for International Journal of Creative Research Thoughts. He has completed BCom, LLB, FCMA, MBA, MCom, PhD, DFM, and ADM. He is having a teaching experience of 16 years and industry experience of 12 years. His areas of teaching include commerce, accounts, finance, costing, law, and other related discipline studies. He has got many awards for his achievements like Dr. Abdul Kalam Lifetime Achievement Award, Best Educationist Award, Star of Asia Award, and many more awards. He is having membership of various professional and management bodies. He has also authored many books on business mathematics, forensic accounting and auditing, financial modeling, etc., both for UG and PG courses. He is also a research guide for Mysore University, guiding PhD students. He has given many corporate talks in Dell Technologies and many other corporate soft skill trainers. His research article titled Artificial Intelligence Based Smart Agriculture for Sustainable Development has been published in souvenir of 60th National Cost Convention 2022. He has been invited as a resource person in many FDPs, guest lectures, workshops, and training by many colleges and universities. A hearty welcome to you, sir. I request sir to take over the session. Thank you all.
Hi, everybody. Very good evening for all of you.
I heartily welcome you, sir.
Very great. Thank you, Megha. Thank you very much. So good evening for all of you. And so just a moment. Let me share the screen. I hope everybody can see the screen, right? Can everybody see the screen? Can you please confirm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So let us go ahead with today's discussion on RBI and digital currency. So this, as I told you, it's a very important and great topic for today's session. And so the RBI is the one which is monitoring all the money market, especially in terms of bankers bank. And so you will be knowing a lot of things about the cryptocurrencies that is lately happening, and it's been quite a long in the market. So here, especially if you go ahead, first of all, let me try to explain you what is actually this cryptocurrency, or what is the importance of digital currency and everything, so that you'll be able to understand the concept very well. So here, even before to that, if you would like to see how this has evolved, I would like to take you a migration journey from right from the beginning, a brief history of how the money has come in. Just go back to your nostalgic memory. How about how we have come about with the introduction of the coins? So if you see from the age old, see we had clay tablets, right? From if you see from the beginning, we had the clay tablets, and then slowly we got to migrated towards the gold and silver coins after seeing the copper age, then again the bronze age, then again the gold age. So we had gold and silver coins, which was the first national currency in modern day Turkey in 1000 BC. Then after that, we had paper money, how it has come about in 800 AD, where the Chinese people have got it printed in the banknotes in Europe and introduced in 17th century. And after that, it was in 1400 AD, probably the bank's concept of banking came about. And after that, in 1816, we have got introduced with the gold standards, which was the official standards for EU, which was adapted in US in 1900, leading to the birth of central bank. So that was the first time we call it a central bank. Okay. So here, after that, in 1871, we got the money wire transfer facility, that is first for transfer by telegram was sought by the Western Union. And later in 1930, the gold standard stabilized, and in 1950, we got credit cards. So credit cards, as of you see now, it's a very old concept in 1950. Then in 1990s, the digital payments started, where the payments by portable electronic devices started. So virtually, if you see, this digital payments was done on a virtual encrypted code at that point of time. And here, in 2009, if we migrate a little bit, so the Bitcoin was launched as a cryptocurrency. It was a very decentralized currency. So here, if you see the Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin was brought about here. So here, at this point of time, I would like to tell you a few more things. Here I want to have a two-way interaction from your side as well. So if there's any doubt, definitely I'll address in the later part of the session. But as of now, so here in the Bitcoin, it's basically this was further improvement was taken in 2019 in June, especially when Libra DM digital money was brought about. So here Libra cryptocurrency later revamped and renamed as it seeks regulatory approval. So next we had the Wall Street people with trading with cryptocurrency. So the Coinbase first company devoted entirely to cryptocurrency to enter the US stock exchange was seen over here. So here it is very much important that we people see that this cryptocurrency introduction, how it was. It was brought about basically by it was first introduced into the public in 2009 by an anonymous developer or a group of developers using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, he since become the most well-known cryptocurrency in the world, and his popularity has inspired the development of many of the cryptocurrencies as well. So here, if you go to the next concept, like see how did this come. Okay, so in the Bitcoin, as I told you, it's a digital payment system that allows individuals to exchange here, okay, exchange funds or buy the goods and services without involving the third parties such as banks. So normally what will happen in today's regime, whenever you want to exchange the goods or services, you pay through the bank, right? So the bank will charge a minimum transaction fee, and then it allows you to exchange the goods or services. But in the Bitcoin, it is quite a different way here. There is no any medium of people. There's no neither the government nor the bank who control over here. So let me make you more clear. So in today's regime, whenever any transaction takes place between the two, you take the traditional currency here and you exchange it to the bank, and transaction fee will be paid by the bank for facilitating such an exchange. So in Bitcoin here, when you view the Bitcoin over here, you're not seeing any medium, like there's no any medium controlling over here, rather. Okay, it is only the network of Bitcoin computers which controls over here through the blockchain technology, where the customer and the retailer will interact together, and they exchange the goods and services. So it is nothing but consumer sends the fund using a digital wallet. So each transaction is processed and verified and publicly recorded by a network of Bitcoin enthusiasts who offer computing power for a chance to win newly minted Bitcoins here. So moving further, I would like to go ahead with the conventional versus digital currency over here. In if you move ahead, first of all, let me make you more comfortable in identifying the difference between the conventional currency and digital currency over here. The conventional currency is very much real in nature, whereas digital currency, what we have discussed just now, is virtual in nature. And if you see from the portability concept point of view, this conventional currency is highly portable, okay, but not as portable as digital currency over here. So it is acceptable, which is notional, okay. It is acceptable, which is notional, whereas digital currency is very highly global over here. And the conventional currency is very secured in terms of moderate terms, whereas digital currency is having a high security, because, as I told you, it is operating in an encrypted code, especially the blockchain technology. So consequently, let me explain the blockchain technology in the further slides, so that you'll be having an occasion to understand that. So then again, if you see, the conventional currency is highly, it is not so decentralized, whereas digital currency is highly decentralized. And if you see, the smart payment is very much in case of the digital currency. So this cryptocurrency is, I request all the participants to kindly mute their mute themselves. Okay, fine. So the cryptocurrency is a more better way of understanding. So this is the currency. This is the currency in definition. Cryptocurrency is actually misleading. Some people give in many different versions of definitions. So cryptocurrency are not payment instruments. Actually, what you have seen here. So to explain the content of cryptocurrency, it was the Swiss Financial Market Supervisory Authority has proposed basically following classifications. So it can be classified in terms of tokens and coins over here. Tokens are nothing but they've been created and operated on the basis of existing blockchains, like example like Ethereum and Ethereum blockchain. Whereas coins, they have been created on their own blockchain, example on Bitcoin blockchain or on Ethereum blockchain over here. Further, tokens can be classified into further subclassification with security tokens or equity tokens. In security tokens, it is the place where money is invested in a company in the expectation of the profit. Whereas in equity tokens, the invested money is expressed. It expresses the right to a unit or share over here. Whereas coins, if you see, it is just a way, it can be used in two of the own blockchains. The further two additional classifications in tokens are payment tokens and utility tokens. They are used to pay for goods and services, and utility tokens are which enables an access to product or service on some platform over here. I would like to go ahead with some of the cryptocurrencies collateralized stable coins over here. We have Doge, Theta, Clay, and IOTA over here. And we have fiat collateralized like USD, SBD, USDT, USDC, WBTC, and BUSD. And if you want to see from the point of view of store of value, we have BTC, okay? Then again, we have exchange tokens like BNB, UNI, HT, Sushi, and CRO, and utility tokens as well, like FIL, CVC, SC, Link, BTT, VET as well. So these are all the Bitcoins. You can see different types of coins over here, okay? So what is cryptocurrency actually? To go into further understanding, cryptocurrency is digital money which has been created from the code. So what type of code do we use here? It is nothing but a virtual encrypted code. So the cryptocurrency economy is monitored by peer-to-peer internet protocol, and the cryptocurrency is an encrypted string of data or hash code encoded to signify one unit of currency over here. So it is very much important that this cryptocurrency, as I told you, we have different examples for this. We have Bitcoin market cap and Ethereum and XRP market cap. We have Cardano. A lot of things, a lot of coins are there. And then again, if you see from vector stock point of view, we have Bitcoin, Ripple, Litecoin, BitShares, Straits, Dogecoin, Zcash, Ethereum, Monero, IOTA, then again Icon. A lot of other coins are there. Then again, in digital currency, we have the main coins like Bitcoin, then again Ethereum, Renminbi, then Polkadot and Cardano. So the total market capitalization of the cryptocurrencies is around $160 billion. So if you can roughly can see the latest how the shares that market share that has been occupied by different coins. The Bitcoin occupies around $191 billion. Okay. Then we have Ethereum, which is around $105 billion, and Ripple is the next. So so this is the way how the different positions has been taken out. Okay. And then again, if you want to go with the further probing into this, in 1990s, we have the concept of distributed computing, which started to appear since 1990. Then 2009, as I told you, the Nakamoto Satoshi developed the Bitcoin and introduced the notion of the blockchain, which used to be decentralized. And then in 2011-12, the deployment of cryptocurrency in practical applications related to cash was used. Then finally, in 2012-2013, the currency transfers and digital payments was brought about. So the blockchain has emerged in value applications with the further developments in 2017-18. So it's up to the future revenue stream in the digital finance world. And the cryptocurrency and blockchain technology allows the users to send exactly what they want without involvement of the third party here. So at this point of time, let me tell you how the entire gambit of this cryptocurrency will work out. See, like actually I told you just now, it is a decentralized network, right? So in this decentralized network, there'll be different people who will be trading. Okay, so when these people will be trading, so they will come in a group. This group will be started to the blockchain technology here. So if you want to understand this blockchain technology, say one unique account will be created. And then again, if you want to transact, if a person X wants to transact with Y, the Y account code also will develop over there. So consequently, each X and Y account will be having their own encrypted code, virtual encrypted code, which will be the hash code. Okay, so whenever these people would like to transact with each other, the hash code will have to match. That in the sense, the first block, whatever that has been created for X, in this case, the ending hash code will have to be matched with the first hash code of the second, that is the Y block. So consequently, then only the matching will happen. So this can be happening through proof of minus. There'll be individual people who's independent people who will be introspecting these two. So these two people will be introspected in terms of the real-time conditions and with regard to the exact agreement, whatever that has happened, the nature of the transaction, everything, and they match over here. So consequently, the proof of minus will be sitting at the back, and they'll be trying to help linking these two blocks. So consequently, here it is very more secured, and not only in terms of the linking of the hash code of one block with other block, but at the same time, the proof of minus will also be there to verify this. So here, in each and every block, we have a node, and then we have the node will tell you the different transactions list that has happened, and you'll get a brief history of whatever that is supposed to be seen. So here, with this slight introduction, I would like to introduce what is e-rupee here. Okay, electronic rupee. So if you see that in the latest, in the previous budget session, our Honorable Finance Minister, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, has told that she'll be very glad to introduce the digital currency here. So the digital currency, it is nothing but it refers to money exclusively available in digital or electronic form. It is also known as cyber cash or digital money, electronic money, whatever it is, or electronic currency. The electronic wallets or computers connected to the internet or specified networks conduct digital currency transactions. So typically digital currencies do not require intermediaries, and it is frequently the most cost-effective way of the trade currency, as you see here. Not all digital currencies are cryptocurrencies here, and not all cryptocurrencies are digital currencies. Digital currencies have the ability to transfer value seamlessly and reduce the transaction cost. India's official digital currency is the works and would be the launch by 2022-23, according to the Reserve Bank of India. So this is the statement given by Nirmala Sitharaman. I've had to read the entire word of it, verbatim truth, whatever she has told. So here, the basic idea to bring this digital currency to see that whatever the platform that has been given today, to see that the bankers, the RBI has to be bought in the present system of cryptocurrency. I told you it is a decentralized network. So everybody, every syndicate, they operate one together and they do the transactions, and automatically one currency will get created, e-currency will get created. So consequently, like that, you can see many of the currencies like Bitcoin, and then again we saw the Cardano, many of the Cardano, and many other currencies, Litecoin. Many of the coins has come about, and each has generated their own values. So here, I would say that it is more secured. The cryptocurrency platform is more secured because it is operating through the blockchain technology. But there is no any central authority, the central bank like RBI or any government interference. So consequently, there is no any platform where no person to control this. So that makes it very disturbing over here. So most of the transactions that has been taken place lately, the government do not have any control. So it is something like if you give this to the entire virtual platform, private platform, it is nothing but giving the entire autonomy for them by giving the entire currency market to them. So that's the reason why they bought about 30 in this latest tax regime. She has pronounced that 30% flat rate will be cut on any capital assets that will be transferred to this cryptocurrency. So then again, for any capital assets. And at the same time, she also told that she'll be introducing the digital currency where RBI will be monitoring this. So now in digital currency, we have RBI for the first time who will be interfering in this platform. So consequently, they may come in any platform, like it may be in any blockchain. They may use the blockchain technology or any other medium where the digital currency will be released. So the first time she has told that digital currency will be released. So moving forward, what is this uh, central bank digital currency here? So they have for the first time that they bought about CBDC, okay, central bank digital currency, where they say for the first time that is the most digital form, a legal tender issued by the central bank. It's also equivalent to the fiat cash and may be exchanged for one-to-one, but in a different form over here. So a sovereign currency in electronic form will appear on the central bank's balance sheet as a liability currency in circulation. So here, at this point of time, I would like to interfere and say that this basically in cryptocurrencies, each and every block, they have their own Excel sheet, and automatically it will be having virtual code. There is no any name which relates over here. The code is the one that the block code will be the one which will be connected. So consequently, whatever the transaction that has happened for debit or credit, whatever is it, that will be matched over here in Excel sheet. So at the end of the day, the final Excel sheet will tell you how what all the codes, the digital transaction that has happened over here. So here in the same platform here, we are seeing the digital currency here, the sovereign currency in electronic form. So it will be appearing in the central bank's balance sheet as a liability currency in circulation. And it should be possible to exchange CBDCs for cash here. And central banks worldwide are promoting digital currencies for various reasons, including to popularize usage of electronic money and toward the emergence of the private digital assets such as cryptocurrencies as well. So according to a poll by the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, in 2021, 86% of the central banks were actively researching possibilities for CBDCs. 60% were experimenting with the technology, and 14% were conducting the trial projects at this point of time. So this was the latest statistics that they've taken. So here, as I told you, it is very much important and pertinent that to understand the blockchain technology. So here, in each and every block, I was telling you that there'll be a node, some main components like node. Then again, we have consensus and miners and block. Then again, transaction. So the node is the one which is related to the server or computer or the user, and the set of rules to carry out blockchain operations will be taken by the consensus, and the miners are the specific nodes which perform the block verification process. So here, the data structure for set of transactions will be taken for by the block, and here the smallest building block is nothing but a transaction of you. So how does the transaction get in the blockchain? Let me take you. So here a transaction is requested first of all for authentication, and the block representing the transaction will be first created for any transaction. Then again, the block is sent to every node that is a participant in the network. So whenever the block has to be matched with any participant over here, the node of that particular block will be contacted first. Then the node validates the transaction. If the nodes receive a reward for proof of work, typically in cryptocurrency, then the block is added to the existing blockchain. So this is the way. So every time the block gets validated, and it will be added in the process network, and the update is distributed across the network that this block has been added. So this completes the transaction for the Bitcoin. So this is the way how it is. So if you see the entire thing here, it is not only centralized here, it is much decentralized over here. Okay. So much of the transactions that take place while connection through the blocks, it will add in terms of decentralization wise, and there is no centralizing authority controlling over here. But it would be totally wrong for me to say that because the blockchain technology is the one which is controlling the entire secure system. I say that the cryptocurrency is the most advanced and the secure system because it will be controlled to the hash code virtual cryptocurrency code. So consequently, the entire platform gives an opportunity to link each and every block in the transaction. It is highly secured over here. So if you see how does e-rupee compare when it is compared with the cash, let me tell you this, how does this happen now? It is very much equivalent to a paper currency, the e-rupee, whatever, okay, that has been recently bought about. So this money flower, a taxonomy of money, clear glimpse about how this will be happening. So if this is basically, if you want to see that, I would say that if you see from central bank which has been issued, it is the most central bank reserves. Central bank digital currency is the one which reserves most, and it is the one which issues the whole cryptocurrencies now. So if it is digital currency, it is been issued by the central bank like RBI, and central bank issues the cryptocurrencies, and even the cash should be issued by the central bank. But if you see from here in electronic point of view, they do not operate in terms of local currencies and commodity money. So in electronic, we have virtual currency here. So they do not operate in terms of cash. They operate only from virtual currency point of view. If it is universally accessible, if you see over here, the universally accessible can have the characteristic features of the bank deposit, central bank digital currency, which is central bank issued for cryptocurrency as well. And the cash is also acceptable universally. And the commodity money is also acceptable, and cryptocurrency is acceptable. But peer-to-peer, let me tell you, they do not have any control over anywhere, especially virtual currency or bank deposits or central bank digital currency or central bank reserves. So if you see that the central bank digital currency is the one which is favorably placed, so it can be controlled by central bank, it can be operated through electronic, it is also universally accessible, and at the same time, peer-to-peer review is not necessary over here, since the central bank authority is the one which will be controlling over here. So it occupies at the supreme level. So whatever the latest reforms that Nirmala Sitharaman has brought about over here, I would say that she has ahead of thinking a milestone ahead on this. Okay, so here let me take a glimpse of the digital currency and cryptocurrency over here. On the one side, if you see, the digital currency is fully centralized in digitals, but cryptocurrency is fully decentralized, like how I explained, right? It keeps on expanding. As I told you in the previous slide, when you go for the previous slide, let me take you with the previous slide over here. I told you it creates a network here. See, it can be seen. The cryptocurrency is very much decentralized over here. Okay, so it is very much decentralized. So at this point of time, this was the nature of the network they operate over here. So here, then again, the digital currency is surrounded by legal frameworks, as the central bank occupies over here. So the RBI controls in India, the central banks in different countries control this. So consequently, it has to circumvent with the legal frameworks. But as far as the cryptocurrency is concerned, they are not surrounded by legal frameworks, only to the reason nobody is there to control it, except to the miners, proof of miners who validify the transaction. And apart from that, there is no anyone who can control this. Then transaction derivatives is kept secret in digital currency, whereas here, the transaction derivatives is visual to all. Anybody can view what is the transaction that has happened, provided he knows the cryptocurrency hash code of one block to another. In digital currency, it is not encrypted. Okay, as I told you, it is not encrypted, whereas it is highly encrypted in cryptocurrency. So there is a mark of difference between the CBDC and digital asset over here. The CBDC is a digital currency, the electronic form of fiat money, which has been used in contactless transaction. So that is the one which will be there. But in cryptocurrency, it is a store of value that is protected by encryption. I would say that in cryptocurrency, there's one more feature. You can even purchase the microns. So you can even purchase the fraction of a cryptocurrency there, especially the Bitcoin. If you go ahead, you can purchase a 0.0003, okay, 0.001. You can purchase any part of it. So that is the versatility of any cryptocurrency over here. So anybody can trade in. The electronic form of basically in digital CBDC, the digital currency, it has been monitored by RBI, as I told you, but there in cryptocurrency, it is uncontrolled. and it is very decentralized over here. The value of digital currency is stable as they're accepted the whole worldwide over here, whereas the value of the cryptocurrencies is highly volatile and digital coins are not yet generally recognized over here. So only the sender and receiver and bank are aware of the digital currency transaction. On a decentralized ledger, the cryptocurrency transaction are made public. Anybody can view whatever the transaction that has happened over here. And as I told you, the strong passwords are required to protect digital wallet, banking apps, credit cards, and debit cards. Whereas in cryptocurrency, the encryption protects the cryptocurrencies. So until now, you people might have known, like just I spoke more about digital wallet and everything. Let me tell you, like when you are using the when you used to make the payment through IRCTC or anywhere in the online, you know that whenever immediately after filling out all the information, you go to the payment gateway for the bank. So you'll be given a choice to pay through the payment wallet or anything, or even through your credit card or debit card. So this payment wallet is just the one which is basically operated through this cryptocurrency. So here the cryptocurrency, the payment wallet, it enables you to transact the money from another one place to another place. So if you go for whenever you're going for the digital payment through the bank, you know very well that it has to verify your transaction. Sometimes it happens that it takes a lot of time to verify your account, and another time it happens that the transaction matching will take a lot of enormous time and linking the blocks. But in cryptocurrency, it is not like that. Since the miners are there, they connect this one block to another block. So it is very highly very highly safe, and so consequently, since the blockchain technology is operating over here, so it is a very highly significance that can be seen over in digital currency. So there are certain characteristic features that I would like to draw in the digital currency. It is the safest form of money here, and there is the end to paper cash. You need not carry any cash in a wallet, and everything will be done digitally. And easier policy implementation and regulation will be there. And there's increased diversity, and you can pay in however you want. And the cost of currency management will be very less. So normally the bankers will be there in between in the present regime, whatever you're doing, that the transaction fee will be there. No banker will allow it free of cost, whether in material, whether you want to pay it in check, or whether you want to pay it in through telegraphic wire or anywhere, there'll be transaction fee, minimum transaction fee that will be charged. But in cryptocurrency, so here it is the cost of currency management is very less. Okay. Then again, overcoming international differences. If you see there is different currency that has been operated by different countries. So currency translation problem will be there. Your accounting standards will have to be matched. So a lot of things are there. The currency translation, translated values will have to be adopted in both the books. That pose a lot of problem. But when it comes to the cryptocurrency, it is a single currency with them. In that syndicate they are operating. So consequently, it is highly diversified for them. Further, if you move, and if you want to understand the e-rupee versus UPI Paytm, which you normally pay through, the UPI wallet transaction between the banks takes time, okay? Whereas e-rupee is instantaneous. And e-rupee versus UPI Paytm, if you see the transaction get settled at RBI once at immediately when the transaction has been initiated. And here, if you see the till transaction settled, there is waiting time over here. So there's a lot of problems that is there. Then there's one more thing that which I would like to tell over here is the bankers RBI will save cost on printing the notes. Every time you need to take the notes, and so every time they need to print the notes, for printing each and every currency note, it'll take a lot of cost on it. So those things can be avoided, and no risk of theft, right? Since you're not carrying the cash in your wallet, so there's less chances of the risk. And again, the users also benefit because reduced redundancy in depending on the cash. Okay, there's no need to depend on the cash. That is what I mean to say over here. Then again, there are, if you see the major digital currencies that has been that is like digital renminbi, then again we have Libra and the Bitcoin. So here the digital renminbi is being controlled by the central bank digital currency, whereas Libra is the most stable coin, and Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency type. So the issuer of the central bank digital currency is People's Bank of China, and it was pilot launched in April 2020, and consumer purchases for the primary usage, and it's very much identical in value determination to renminbi. Whereas the Libra, it is the most stable coin, and issuer is the Facebook Libra Association, and status is in development and consumer purchases here, and for the primary usage, and the value determination will be pegged to multiple currencies. So similarly, Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. They operate in a decentralized network in use since from 2009, and this is more speculative world. Okay, the primary usage is more speculative, and value will be determined by the market, and it is the most decentralized, as I told you here. So this is the then again, the cryptocurrency opens the door for revolutionary technological possibilities, as I told you. Basically, we have NFTs and cryptocurrencies and digital currencies as well. So these are the different types, how it has been operated. If you see, the NFTs is most tradable, and cryptocurrency is also tradable, and digital currency is also much tradable. And they're in interchangeability point of view, we don't have NFT in interchangeable point of view, whereas cryptocurrency, digital currency is most interchangeable aspect is there. And then again, we have the centralized point of view, where we have the NFT, which is NFT crypto, which is more centralized, and then which is not more centralized, and cryptocurrency is also not centralized, whereas digital currency is the most centralized. As I told you, the bankers, the RBI, the central bank will control the digital currency. It is the most centralized version where the exchange thing happens. And then again, the NFTs and cryptocurrencies are not regulated by government. As you can see in digital currency, the government interfere over here. And the private transaction can also be possible with digital currency, but not in case of NFTs and cryptocurrencies over here. So NFTs are nothing but the non-fungible token. Okay, so it is the one which is there. It is also one more way of medium of exchanging, and so apart from cryptocurrency and digital currency. So this, as I told you, so a step towards the cashless economy has been brought about by Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman, and we have been faced with the diminishing paper currency usage, and central banks try to popularize a more acceptable electronic form of currencies. So a lot of attempts has been brought about to accommodate the public needs for digital currencies, as evidenced by growing use of private virtual currencies. We need to see what may be the future repercussions, and so in this slide, the CBDC has brought about giving much advantage to the liquidity, scalability, acceptance, and transaction convenience, anonymity, and speedier settlement. Normally what will happen, as I told you, I took with an example of the IRCTC, where the paper, where the money will be paid for the reservations, and it may not, that is not the only one thing. When you want to pay the money, you'll be using the wallet. So at this point of time, it will be very instantaneous. But when you go for the credit card, sometimes if it doesn't happen, the payment, you might have come to the conclusion that the payment might have happened. But sometimes you make a double payment without knowing yourself. The first transaction, whatever you have made, has been automatic been credited to the other's account. So it is very difficult to find out. When they say that if this transaction will not happen, it will be automatically reverted with the 3 business working days. It will be coming back to you once again. So these things, these confusions will be totally evaded if digital currency will be brought about, and it will be fastest, and it will be more highly secured, and it will be more scalability and speedier. So with the government support infrastructure, the CBDC adoption will improve and make it much more easier for the individual to utilize the UPI, as I told you. So as I told you, the income from virtual assets to be taxed at 30%. The minister says that, so by going ahead with this, she'll be able to see that there'll be total cut, that the transaction that is happening for transferring from one hand to another hand, through the virtual assets will be reduced. Then the Reserve Bank will have its plans to launch the digital currency in the year starting by April 1. So that was the budget that was promised. Then again, so I would say that in real world, the digital rupee can be used for more programmable payment for subsidies and by financial institutions for fast lending and payments. And it is the most pragmatic. Okay. So there is one possibility. See, we have seen that many other people like China, they have already introduced the digital currency through the central bank. And now the question arises, whether is it possible to introduce the digital currency in India? So I would like to say that it's the the digital rupee blockchain has been developed by RBI. They can trace out all the transactions, unlike the current system of mobile wallet, which has been offered by the private companies. So that's the reason why Nirmala Sitharaman has brought about this. This mirror not only the current available private company operated electronic wallets, but with this change, it will be a more sovereign backed facility. Adopt government also involves in this. So this is the way how the US Federal Reserve and the Bank of England are also looking into the possibility for their economies as well. So the operation wise, if you see that the top government source not only have identified that this as the most stable currency. So in 2020 to 23, there'll be introduction, there'll be much more boost for the digital economy, and it will become more cheaper and efficient currency management system. So whether you are using the blockchain and other technologies. Sorry, don't do that. So the exact regulation governing this central bank digital currency CBDC is yet to be finalized. So CBDC is a digital or virtual currency, but is not comparable to the private virtual currencies or cryptocurrencies that have mushroomed over the last decade. So this is the way how. So keeping this in mind, I would say that when this digital currency has been brought about by the central government, the value of the currency will not increase or decrease. Since we are operating in our own Indian rupee, the value of the currency, digital currency, will be the same. Then, but it gives more facility for the quicker payments, quicker transactions, and more secured. And this makes more facilitated towards moving towards digitalization. When I did my previous, when I used to do this, my previous guest lectures in many of the colleges, one of the smart question that student raised was, sir, if this digital currency has been introduced in India, what would be the value of a rupee? My friends, the value of the rupee will not change. Remember that the value of rupee will be the stable, will be the same, since this is not any private created currency here. It is still operated by RBI or the central bank. The value of the rupee will be the same, but mind you, it gives a more highest platform where you can change, you can interact, and you can always make the quicker the transaction here. So that is the versatility of this. So here the RBI has given an exact mandate date when it can be released. As per her words, the Reserve Bank plans to employ the blockchain technology to launch a digital currency. So CBDC is the one which is being authorized with this, and the introduction of central bank digital money will give a digital economy a significant boost, and this will result in more efficient and cost-effective currency management system, as I told you. And then the central bank has been evaluating the safety and effectiveness of digital rupees since the announcement, and so here a lot of experimental things that is happening to see that the entire cryptocurrency has to be stopped over here. Though in other countries the cryptocurrencies has been recognized legally, but still in India we are not given any legal recognition for it. We are not given any legal recognition for the cryptocurrencies. We have many people, gigantic stalwarts, we are there who are operating on the digital currency, especially in terms of this Bitcoin or any cryptocurrencies. And when you speak with them, they say that the cryptocurrency is the most stable money here, and so consequently, it is the most secured, and it also have highly secured. So consequently, trading with a cryptocurrency is more advantageous, because once you invest that, it keeps on, the value will be keep on increasing. So that is the versatility of any cryptocurrency over here. So keeping this, the conclusion is that the Reserve Bank has voiced concerns about private cryptocurrencies. So here, the blockchain technology may be used or not, but still we need to unveil and see what be the future program that the CBDC will come. So there is developed economies, including United States and China, which have begun to expand in central bank and to facilitate digital currency adoption. The CBDC of Bahamas has also already launched in respect to this. So there's a lot of experimental state that has been going on for the introduction. And in fact, there are many gigantic people like Sanjeev Sanyal, the government's principal economic advisor, who stated that administration would adopt a balanced approach to cryptocurrency legislation. So there are some concerns about financial stability. So honest look at this stage, in light of the other points has regarding creativity has been laid on over there. Yes, friends. So that's it about the RBI's intervention in the introduction of this digital currency. So now the platform is open for the questions. So if you have any doubt, you can go ahead with your question part. Yes, everybody, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the platform. This is the right time for you to address your questions. Any questions from the audience side?
Yeah, this is Bhuvan. I have a question.
Or else, even if it is inconvenient, you can just post your questions in the chat box. So that, let me see, what is it?
Blue, red, orange, yellow. Blue ಇದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದೆಯಮ್ಮ? Orange, red ಇದೆಯಮ್ಮ? Red,
Hello, please, audience, please mute.
red. ये ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ
Okay, there's one question. Sir, in future, will digital currency overtake the cryptocurrencies? Or definitely, I would like to say that definitely there'll be an overcome over there. The present situation was that those who are lovers of investments in cryptocurrency, they had that they were looking for back-end support from the government to see that they'll be recognizing the cryptocurrency in the legalized form. But many of the debacles and debates are being going on, and our country has told clearly that there won't be any recognition for legality for the cryptocurrencies. But definitely, if the RBI comes with digital payments, definitely that will be superseding the cryptocurrencies, because they need a platform where they need to curtail this cryptocurrencies, evading the tax. So consequently, at the another point of thing is they want to see that the entire economy will be under control. And if there is more freedom, automation will be given for the operation of the cryptocurrency. It is nothing but leveraging and giving away the entire control from RBI towards the private decentralized network, which the government doesn't want to look into. So consequently, they want to see that the intervention of RBI is very much necessary at this point of time to control the transactions point of view, to see, give it more secured backup. So that is the reason. Then let us go for one more question. Okay. Sir, if that was the case, then when it affect inflation of dollar. So as I told you here, there was a case that when it will affect the inflation of dollar, let me tell you that this will not have an repercussion on the any currency, as the currency We have already a very good network of exchanging currencies network. So consequently here, the Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies, they operate on a different scalable platform. There's a different platform for it. So they do not have any repercussion on the inflation of the dollars. But mind you telling that, let me clear you one thing. Just in order to control this cryptocurrency market, it's very much important that as you see that there is no any central authority to govern that. Mind you, it is very highly secured because they're operating on the blockchain technology. I don't deny that, and it is very highly secured. It is the most platform where your digital money will be safe, and your money will be in the encryption code. It will be very safe. So, but it is, I want to say that the automation should not be given entirely to the operation of the blockchain technology. We need to control that. So then what is the purpose of RBI over here? So that will be very difficult. What is the purpose of central bank? If the government will not control, who should else control? That is my question, right? So that is the reason. Can you see my hands up? Yes, go ahead with your doubt. First, let me clear your doubt. Unmute yourself and let me clear your doubt. Buona, yes, you can unmute and ask your doubt. I'll take the other questions afterwards. Buona, are you there? Buona KS? Can you please unmute yourself? You can go ahead with your question.
Sir, there is a question in the chat.
Yeah. What is the question?
As so much technologies is upgraded in the banking sector, how do you see the job market in banking sectors?
The technology in the banking sector definitely it has advanced, no doubt in it. I would say that, yes. Before we had many staff operating in the bank, and now we are finding a single window or two windows operating, and we have ATMs, we have a lot of things sizably reduced the staff. But I would say that we are not connecting ourselves to the line of staff, number of staff at this point of time. We are seeing how quickly we want to facilitate the people moving towards digitalization, the seeing other side part of you to see that more facility will be given, and to see the quickest form of payment and highly secured payment will be given. And there's one more question, sir, but tax rate is more for cryptocurrency, crypto. Yes, exactly. That's the reason why we want to see that we need to see that cryptocurrency has to be controlled. And the very reason why 30% has been kept for the migration of the capital asset movement is to see that we want to restrict the people to use the cryptocurrency. As I said, we want everyone to come under the tax provision net to see that whenever they're going with the central bank, there'll be more clear chances of getting into a tax provision network, which nevertheless doesn't happen when you're going for the cryptocurrencies. The stability will be there. There'll be a more pragmatic view saying there'll be more security from investor point of view. But where is the point of view of the controlling authority who will see that these transactions should be controlled? So in that light, the central bank is coming over there. Have I answered your question? Any other question? I would like there should be
one more question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
What do the big banks and financial institutions think about cryptocurrency?
The big banks and the other financial institutions, they always stood initially to welcome the cryptocurrencies because it was the most convenient medium to extend the transactions. But seeing from the controlling point of view, even they also support the central bank. They also see that no doubt the cryptocurrency has facilitated the it has given a most challenging market where the currency rate will be fluctuated. The currency rate will be fluctuating and it's more challenging. But seeing from the perspective of controlling, they also felt that some person should be there intervening in the transaction, so that at the end of the day, we need to be highly secured, more secure, to see that everybody will be coming under tax provision.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any further questions? I want people to ask the questions so that it will be very lively for me. If you want, if you have any doubts, get clarified.
So how safe is this cryptocurrency? How
Crypto-
does
Cryptocurrency is very highly safe, as I told you, because it operates on the
it-
blockchain technology. And one more thing is that at the end of the day, when you're going to transact, it is not that when you even anybody can with 20 rupees also can enter into the market and just trade with the cryptocurrency. As I told you, it can go with the point 0.00045 money and you can trade with it, and so consequently the rate of the currency will be increasing. So there are people who have invested less and they have made big fortunes for themselves. And then again, but it is highly safer. As I told you, the proof of miners will be back working at their back office and see that the blocks will be connected. And at the same time, there are many people who are there at the end of the day connecting with the nodes part. So consequently, each and every node or the virtual encrypted code of the first block end virtual crop will be connected with the first virtual code of this encryption code with the hash code with the second block. So it is highly secured. So consequently, but as I told you just now, therefore, if everybody start forming their own currency, as you have seen, one side we are having Bitcoin, another side we have Ethereum, we have another side Cardano, we have a lot of currencies coming out. So where is the control authority? What should they do now? So there's no any stabilized measure to put a control over there. So first of all, we are having a lot of problems in end of the day in digitalized currencies where each and every currencies of individual countries had to be translated and this has to be adopted in the accounts. Well, balance sheet has been prepared, and at the end of the day, we need to exchange the currencies between one country to another country. But cryptos, once again, it is posing another problem. So that's the reason, from security point of view, the government has put them forward to see what best can be seen, how this can be controlled to be safely bringing towards the tax provision network, and a lot of control should be put on the money market. So that is the main idea to see that. Otherwise, if RBI, the very main purpose to see that is in the cryptocurrency, basically the people went into the cryptocurrencies to see that the money will be getting very well highly increased and is more way of speculative part. It's a very highly speculative part, and but at the same time they felt that it is more highly secured. But here, at RBI's point of view or the central bank point of view, we are not looking from speculative point of view here. We want to see the money stabilize in the more rational economy. That was the main idea. Okay, there's one more question. Okay, anything else? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful session. It was very informative as well. I request you to stop sharing your screen. Thank you.
Megha, is it okay now?
Yes, sir. So no more questions, right? Okay. I request all the participants to kindly fill the feedback form and which is provided in the chat box, so that we can share the e-certificate through email. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Dr. N. Sandhya, Professor, Sindhi Institute of Management and President of Disciples India Learning Forum, to give vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm given the pleasant task of proposing vote of thanks on this occasion. I first of all thank today's distinguished speaker, Dr. A.S. Gurudat, for the wonderful session. In fact, when I approached him yesterday, he was suffering from throat pain. In spite of it, he assured me that he will take some medication and he would be all right. So that shows his enthusiasm to share the knowledge. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
I also thank our associate partner, Sindhi Institute of Management, for being associated with us for this session. I render my special thanks to Director Dr. Professor Gopinath, the management and staff of Sindhi Institute. I also thank all the participants in the audience for their active participation. I thank finally the Disciples Group and the Learning Forum members for taking all pains to organize this session and make it a grand success. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, over to you, Meghana.
Thank you. I request all of you to please stand up for our national anthem.
Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Uttara Banga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Ujjala Jalati Taranga Tava Shubha Name Jage तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, everyone. If you want to become a DIL member, please contact Dr. Sandhya N, Mr. Muthukumar, Mr. Patros Mathai, Dr. Satish M, Mr. Shiv Prasad KM, Mr. Akhilesh NN. Thank you.